The Prime Minister will take no action against her deputy and New Zealand First Leader Winston Peters, with confirmation of a serious fraud office investigation. As the SFO prepares to prosecute 4 people over donations to the National Party, the New Zealand First Foundation is now under investigation. The initial complaint about the way the foundation handles donations was laid with the Electoral Commission last November. The New Zealand First Leader, Winston Peters, has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing. And in response to a media application, more details about the prosecution relating to $200,000 donations to National have been publicly released. Here's our political editor, Jane Patterson.
Between April 2017 and August 2019, nearly $500,000 was deposited into the foundation's bank account by donors, including from some of New Zealand's wealthiest business people. Over the same period, the foundation spent more than $425,000 paying bills for the New Zealand First Party, including campaign advertising expenses, renting and setting up a campaign HQ in Wellington, and running the party's website. After looking into a complaint about the foundation, the Electoral Commission came to the view it had received donations that should have been treated as New Zealand First Party donations. Winston Peters was asked if he would step down as a minister.
Why would I do that?
Because the Serious Fraud Office is investigating?
Sorry, Sunshine. If the Electoral Commission didn't speak to me, why would you ask that question?
In 2008, Mr Peters stood down as Foreign Minister in the Helen Clark Labour government after the SFO confirmed then it would investigate New Zealand First donations. Today he told reporters that was a different situation.
They said they were investigating me. I stood aside and got cleared by 3 official bodies. That's what happened, but it didn't concern you to tell the truth, did it?
The National Party Deputy Leader Paula Bennett is calling for him to step down and the Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern to take action.
She needs to be demanding some answers, stop the ducking and diving and get in there and find out what sort of standards she will accept within her own government and within a very senior member of her cabinet.
Ms Ardern says there's no need for her to take any action against Mr Peters.
In my mind, we need to apply natural justice here. I am awaiting the outcome of the Serious Fraud Office investigation, and I think that's the right thing to do.
In past weeks, Mr Peters has tried to distance himself from the foundation, saying he was not subject to an investigation and nor in the sense as New Zealand First. Documents leaked to RNZ show Mr Peters was present at a March 2017 Board of Directors meeting, where the board agreed to the concept of establishing the foundation. And Ms Bennett says he's dancing on the head of a pin if he's trying to run that argument.
Oh, is this the New Zealand First Foundation? Yes. That lent money to New Zealand First. That actually paid the bills of some of their events, Day at the Races, I believe, and also paid for one of their MPs for their legal bills. Those two things are very well connected and it's pretty obvious.
When the SFO announced it was investigating donations paid to the National Party last year, Simon Bridges, as leader and a member of the party board, did not stand down. Paula Bennett says that's different.
Well, he's not a senior cabinet minister. He's not in charge of billions of dollars that are being...
Leader of the biggest political party?
Yeah, but he's not in charge of billions of dollars that are actually being spent. And as I say, I think it's an accumulation of events that we've seen over the past week.
The 4 people already facing charges over the donations to the National Party will appear in the Auckland District Court next Tuesday. Neither the current party leader nor any National Party officials or staff is among those charged. From Parliament for Checkpoint, Jane Patterson.
And Winston Peters declined to be interviewed on Checkpoint, but in the past 2 hours he's spoken out on social media. In a heavily edited 3-minute video posted to Facebook, Mr Peters tells his 95,000 followers his party has been the victim of a smear campaign by 2 journalists, including RNZ's Guyon Espiner.
Well, I'm not going to accept the state of affairs. As long as some in the media keep telling lies about my party and me, I'll keep telling the truth about them. That's the deal.
And that's New Zealand First Leader and Deputy Prime Minister Winston Peters.